In this video, I'll share 5 things that I would do differently as an F1 student in the United States. If this is your first time on the channel, I make videos about my experience as an international student in the United States. Do subscribe to the channel if you consider content like this very useful to you. I would explore 5 main things in this video, and I'd like to preface by saying being an international student comes with several limitations. Think of financial limitation, culture shock. You're in a different country with different people. Your support system is probably like thousands and thousands of miles away. And what most people do in this situation is they bury themselves in books. I'm here for school, they focus on school, and that's all about it. What I'll be sharing with you in this video is what I consider a better approach to going about your experience as an international student here. Most of the things that I'm going to share with you, I did not do them to the fullest of my capacity, and I wish I did, and hopefully you can learn 1 or 2 things based on my own experience. The first thing that I want to talk about is making more friends. It is not uncommon for international students to only be friends with other international students. Now, there's no problem with that. I mean, they understand your struggle. They know what it means to be far away from families and friends. They're also new just like you. So it's easy to be friends because you have shared struggle. But the problem with that is that you're not learning something new. You're not getting out of your comfort zone. The problem with not getting out of your comfort zone is that it will be difficult for you to integrate yourself into the culture of your new home, basically. So what you want to do is make friends with people that were born and raised here. People that are a bit different from you in a way, right? Because all of this experience would help you when the time comes for you to transition from being a full-time student to a working class. So do your very possible best to make friends with people that are from different countries than yours, people that were born and raised here, people from like different level of different academic level, right? Make friends with undergrad, make friends with grad students, make friends with postdocs. These are people that would serve as your network system, if there's anything like that, when the time is right for you to go into a different field and get a job, things like that. So these are very, very important because they would come handy at some point in the future. So make more friends, specifically make friends with people that are not from your country. That's key. The second thing I want to talk about is do your very possible best to attend faculty seminars and job events. I did attended a couple of faculty seminars, but in retrospect, I wish I spent more time attending these seminars and attending job events. Usually job events are organized for undergrad, but there's nothing stopping you from showing up with your resume or just showing up and introducing yourself to companies that align with your interests. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The benefit of doing this is this. The benefit of doing this is as follows. Number 1, attending faculty seminars makes you understand that there are different types of research going on in your school. And if you find something that interests you, it becomes easy for you to introduce yourself to the professor, tell them you have interest in what they're doing, and through that, you probably get into their lab or you get into what they're doing and you can pick up some skills for yourself. That is how I ended up in a research lab in my situation. I was able to get into a lab, pick up the skills, and that skills really stood out on my resume, and that led to me getting a job after my grad program. So these things work if you're able to leverage them effectively. And with the job events part, the first thing is you're able to introduce yourself to recruiters. You're able to understand what they look for in potential employees. And if you don't have those skills, you still have time as a student. You have enough time as a student to make sure that you get those skills, and that would help you when the time is right for you to switch from being an F1 student to a working class. So 2 points already. Number 1, make more friends. Number 2, attend faculty seminars. And the third thing that I want to talk about, this is quite important, and I wish I made it number 1, but it's okay. Hopefully you're still here listening. But the third thing I want to talk about is that you should select your school based on your job prospects. I'm going to try and break this down. If you're not here, if you're in a different country, the concepts might be a little bit complicated, but follow me. America is a very, very big country, very big. And each region of the country is known, or even at state level, each state is known for something. New York is like the financial hub, it's one of the financial hubs of the country, even probably the largest financial hub in the world. That's debatable. But the point is, if you're a finance person, you will do well in New York as compared to living in, say, Minneapolis. If you're a research person, you will do well in Boston. If you're a life science research person, you will do well in Boston or California or even North Carolina as compared to, say, Atlanta. So the points being that each of these states, they have their own attribute. They have what they are known for. And you really want to spend time and research schools that you're interested in to see if there are opportunities for you within that state. You don't want to go to some like Missouri, like some states that would not give you the opportunity to transition from being a student to a working class easily. And this sort of like key into the point that I'm going to make after this particular section. The way to go about this is like looking at schools and researching them, look at companies within the area or within the states. Are there opportunities for you to get an internship? Are there opportunities for you to get a full-time job within that state that you're trying to go to school at? Or if even if the opportunity is not in your state, are there opportunities in neighboring states that is not far from you, probably like an hour or 2 hours drive? Those are things that you really want to think about as you select your school, because they will really, really impact how easy it will be for you to transition from being a student to being a working class. Now, the third point that follow what I said just now is getting an internship. Wherever you're coming from, your experience is different. Even if you were working class in your country, if you had like 5 years of experience outside of the US, it matters, but it really doesn't carry as much weight as having that American experience. It's gonna change the dynamics of your CV, of your resume. So what that means is that as much as possible, try and get internship opportunity. And that keys into my previous point. If you're in a state where there are no opportunities, it's going to be hard. But if you find yourself in a state where there are opportunities, take advantage of that. Use your summer period to get opportunities like that. Go on internship, gain some skills that will be very valuable. That way, when you're writing your resume, you're not going to be putting relevant coursework. That's not going to be the main thing that you're showing in your resume. You would have skills to show on your resumes, things that would attract employers to you. Another point that I would like to make is that you should enjoy your city more. It's sort of a complicated situation because on one hand, you don't have enough financial resources to be spending, like going out and all of that. On the other hand, you really want to make friends and understand how things work, be able to interact with people, navigate the city and all sorts of things like that. The way that I think about it is this. I didn't do much of this and I wish I did. The way that I think about this is that when you go out to enjoy your city, you're thousands and thousands of miles away. Basically, this is your new home. You have to learn how things work. You have to be able to start conversation with somebody that you don't even know, somebody that you don't know where they're from. You have to be able to eat the food comfortably. It reminds me of a very funny experience where one of my friends went for a job interview and they offered him lunch, and he said he was so confused about the item on the menu. He was like, waiting be this one that they give me. So point is, if he had gone out some more, picked up some social skills and stuff like that, when you see menu, you're not going to be confused about what's going on, right? So enjoy the city that you're in, eat the food. And the last but not the least, it's sort of like a tip that I like sharing with people is that your student ID card is like a Groupon or coupon. Think of it like that. It basically allows you to get discount on most things. So it might sound expensive for regular people, but call and ask them, hey, do you guys have student discounts? Do you have like things like that? There's always discount and stuff. So explore those opportunities. Don't just be like, oh, I don't have money, I can't do anything. The last but not the least point that I would like to share with you is enjoying your summer. It's quite easy. My case, for example, I did not take any summer break. I literally got to the United States, took my classes back to back, fall, spring, summer, spring, fall, summer, no break at all. This is a terrible idea. I would not advise you to do that. It's not advisable because all of these things that I mentioned to you, you would not have a way of enjoying them if you're always going to school, because there are so many things that you need to do within the school year. You're trying to get your grade in good order. You're trying to be a GRA or GTA or whatever it is that you do to pay your tuition. And you're trying to find a balance between being a student and also doing your GTA work. So there's a whole lot of stuff that you're juggling. But if you're able to take the summer off for yourself, then you can do all of these things that we've talked about. So I hope this video helped you in a way, because these are things that I wish I knew. Hopefully you will learn from all of this experience and you create a better path for yourself as an F1 student. If you have any question, do not hesitate to use the comment box. If you like the video, do not forget to really like the video by giving it a thumbs up. If you have any question, drop in the comment. If you're an F1 student and there are things that you wish you knew in retrospect, do not be shy of sharing it in the comment section. You never know who is reading and you never know who might benefit from your experience. But that's all I have for you. I'll see you in the next video.